happened?
Yes, there was two shooters, one on the bridge, one under the bridge, and just start to shoot for 20 minutes. They shoot, change magazine and just shoot. Simple as that. 20 minutes was 4 policemen there. Nobody give fire back. Nothing. Like they are froze. Like for it looked like 20 minutes. Like and they shoot. The guy change magazine. I look at him all the time. I was with two of my babies under me, and I look at that, and it's just rifle and a pistol, and just shoot.
Hey guys, my name is Modi and you are welcome to Modi Speaks. I didn't plan on making a video today, but guys, I couldn't let this dangerous and heartbreaking story slide without saying anything or doing anything. So I just woke up this morning to headlines that hit me like a gut punch. 15 innocent people gunned down on Sydney's Bondi beach during a joyful Hanukkah celebration. 2 Pakistani Muslims who, by the way, have lived in Australia all their lives opened fire on a group of Jewish Australians who were gathered at Bondi Beach for their annual Hanukkah celebration. And I want to emphasize on the fact that these 2 Muslim killers, who are father and son, by the way, do not live in Pakistan. They are both Australian citizens. The father, Sajid Akram, migrated to Australia on a student visa that was in 1998 and later on went to obtain citizenship. And his son, Naveed Akram, is Australian born. So even though these 2 jihadist killers have lived in Australia for decades, they still held onto their Islamic tenets of annihilate the infidels. I just want to clarify that to you guys so that you can understand that these guys, you can take them out of Muslim nations, but you can never take the Muslim or Islam out of them. But let us move on. So on Sunday, being yesterday, December 14th, 2025, the first night of Hanukkah, the event was Chanukah by the Sea, an annual public celebration at Bondi Beach, Sydney, Australia, organized by the Jewish community that drew around hundreds of people, including families, children, lighting the menorah, and performers, okay? 2 gunmen, father and son, who were identified as Sajid Akram, who is 50 years old, and Naveed Akram, who is 24 years old, both Sydney residents of Pakistani heritage, arrived in a white van. They were armed with semi-automatic rifles and guns. Dressed in black tactical gear, they opened fire on the crowd near the main stage where the menorah lighting was underway. Eyewitnesses described it as non-stop gunfire for 3 to 5 minutes, okay? They also threw improvised explosive devices from the van, which partially detonated, causing shrapnel injuries. Over 15 individuals were confirmed dead. Initial reports said 12 individuals, but this information was updated overnight as more bodies were identified. Now, the victims ranged from 10 to 87 years old. Over 40 people were reportedly injured, including gunshot wounds, burns from IEDs, and trampling in the chaos. Now, among the dead were a 10-year-old girl, Rachel Levi, who was hit while holding a dreidel, 2 rabbis, Eli Cohen, who is 45 years old, and Miriam Goldstein, who is 62. Holocaust survivor Hannah Weiss, who is 87, who has escaped Auschwitz in 1944, only to be killed by a jihadist killer in Australia 2025. At least 5 of the children were under 15 years old. Please take a listen, guys.
Tonight in Australia, horror and heroism. Thousands running for their lives down Sydney's famous Bondi Beach. As police say, 2 shooters, a father and son, opened fire with long guns on a Jewish community event celebrating the first night of Hanukkah. At least 15 people were killed, including a 10-year-old girl and a Holocaust survivor, and around 40 more wounded in what authorities say was a targeted terrorist attack.
An act of evil anti-Semitism, terrorism, that has struck the heart of our nation.
Of the 2 gunmen, the father was killed, police say. His 24-year-old son in custody in critical condition. 3 law enforcement sources tell NBC News the son's name is Naveed Akram.
I think what was the most shocking was how long the gunfire lasted. The shots were going on for ages, multiple minutes.
This is the moment a bystander leapt into action, wrestling what appears to be a shotgun from one of the attackers. His name is Ahmed Al-Ahmed, a father of 2 who owns a nearby fruit shop, according to Australia's Channel 7. His family says he was shot in the hand and arm.
We hope he will be fine. He's a hero. 100% he's a hero.
Tonight, his bravery is being hailed worldwide, including by the president.
And saved a lot of lives, so very brave person who's right now in the hospital.
Israel's prime minister accusing Australia's leader of being weak on anti-Semitism.
You let the disease spread, and the result is the horrific attacks on Jews we saw today.
Among the dead, Rabbi Eli Schlanger,
joy and happiness, prosperity.
A representative of the Chabad Jewish organization, remembered for his commitment to spreading joy.
Guys, these footages I showed you were the ones I consider appropriate for this platform. I couldn't really show you the more violent ones for fear of violating YouTube's guidelines, even though I still believe that this video might end up not getting monetized and being flagged, okay? But I had to do what I had to do to just, save myself too much trouble. I wish I can show you guys the footages capturing the severity of this attack. People critically injured, lying helpless and unmoving on the beach. Children violently exterminated, ghastly injuries and gunshots, okay? Victims lying dead, some of them even being trampled upon by the escaping crowd. It was just heartbreaking. These killers fired 97 bullets in just 6 minutes. I'm going to link a particular video showing you exactly how they fired these 97 shots and how horrific it was. You'll find the link in the description box below. Now, Australian authorities declared the attack a targeted terrorist attack on the Jewish community, linked to anti-Semitism fueled by the Israel-Gaza conflict, escalated since October 2023. Now, according to investigations, Sajid Akram posted online manifestos hours before ranting about Zionist oppression and calling for jihad against infidels. Both of the culprits had prior minor convictions, okay? Sajid was convicted for domestic violence and Navid for online radicalization flags. Navid followed ISIS-linked accounts, and investigations are currently ongoing to find out if they had direct ties to overseas terror groups. Now, I want to take a moment to appreciate the man who swooped in to disarm the 50-year-old terrorist, okay? This man did a wonderful job, a brave hero, but I still think he should have incapacitated the killer by maybe shooting him in the arm or on the legs instead of allowing this mindless killer to back away and still go on killing multiple individuals before the police finally took him out. But still, I thank him for his bravery. Now, I'm not really surprised that these tragic incidents happened. Maybe I'm very much shaken that it happened in Australia because, I've not been hearing this kind of news coming out of Australia. But I'm not surprised it happened because the undisputed truth is that Islam will never be compatible with the West. And their number one goal is to exterminate Westerners and everybody they deem as infidels. I mean, we have seen what is happening across Europe, okay, with the Christmas traditions. How these Muslims are demanding that Christians in their own home country should abolish Christmas traditions like Christmas celebrations. How it is offensive for Christians to use festive greetings like Happy Christmas, and how they have been going about crashing Christmas markets across Europe, causing chaos and disruption, even destroying the nativity decorations in churches and Christmas markets. So they hate Christians, they hate Jews, they hate every non-Muslim. It is not a secret. They have made it known openly and clearly. So yeah, I am not really surprised that these two Muslim jihadists exterminated a group of Jewish individuals during their Hanukkah celebration. The religion of peace practitioners hate you. They want you dead unless you convert, okay? Their Quran have radicalized them to be hungry for your extermination, and there is nothing they can do about it, even if they want to. If you watched how they brazenly assert their dominance in Europe by invading Christmas markets, you will understand where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to tell you guys. I made a video on that particular issue yesterday. Please go and watch it. These guys are stabbing innocent people in Strasbourg, committing arson in Vienna, chants of Allahu Akbar drowning out Christmas carols. In Sweden, you have no-go zones where Sharia patrols harass women. They've taken over parts of the UK. In France, we have over 300 churches vandalized by these same guys every year. These incidents are not fringe, guys, okay? It is a pattern, a pure, clear pattern. Polls show that 20 to 30% of young Muslims in the West sympathize with Hamas, okay? Now, when will the West learn their lessons and put an end to this destruction, this Islamization, this invasion, these killings? I'm going to play a video by an ex-Muslim guy who had a lot of eye-opening things to say about this whole issue. But before I do that, I just want to remind you guys that Australia was once a beacon of common sense. They enforced and respected strict borders, post-white Australian policy, and merit-based entry. But since the 90s, they have imported millions, including people from high-risk zones like Pakistan and other Muslim nations, where jihadist individuals like the Akrams actually hail from. But anyway, let's listen to the guy.
Persian Christian here, ex-Muslim, born and raised in Iran, so you have to listen to me. I have the perfect solution for y'all. If the Western countries and all the liberals don't open up their fucking eyes, what happened in Sydney, Australia can happen anywhere else, just like it's been happening in the past few decades, and y'all just wanted to ignore it and be like, it's not about Islam. It is about Islam. It's written in their scripture, in their hadith and in Quran. Look at this. It's not me saying this, it's written. This is evidence. So if you want to argue, you have to be well knowledgeable. You have to be well equipped with the right knowledge, okay? So study this. And let me tell you something. Islam destroyed the country that I was born in, Iran. Iran got destroyed by Muslims, by Shia Muslims, right? Every single country surrounding Iran is not really doing good. Just look at them. Afghanistan, because of Islam. Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, Yemen, Oman. How many more countries? Isn't it pretty obvious that yes, Islam is not able to progress. Islam is not able to create a well-maintained society. And don't tell me about UAE. You know UAE is liberal. You know UAE is going through a whole different route. So don't use them as an example. When Muslims took over, when Muhammad was taking over, Islam started from one city, Mecca. They went to a city named Yathrib. They renamed it to Medina after killing all the Jewish tribes. So when they follow a guy like Muhammad who had all those vibes and who raped a 6-year-old girl named Aisha and who killed all these people just because he wanted to expand, obviously this is going to happen right now. That his followers going to go to different countries and kill innocent people because they think this is a jihad. Not all Muslims are bad people. I want to argue that 80% of the Muslims are victims of a long-term systematic Islamic invasion in their countries. Syria was a Christian nation. Lebanon was a Christian nation. Egypt was a Christian nation. Persia was Zoroastrian. They're all Muslims right now. They don't even know why they're Muslims. Did you know that Coptic Christians used to mark their kids with a little cross after the Muslim people took over, after the Islamist people took over, because they used to kill Coptics, and Coptics didn't want their kids to forget that they were born Christian. The same thing will happen over here if you don't fucking open up your eyes. It's written in Quran and Hadith. I'm not making up anything. I have great Muslim friends. They don't even know why they're Muslims. They drink and they smoke and stuff like this. So you're not a full Muslim. Just accept it. Just leave it behind. But the solution to all of this, close down all the Islamic centers everywhere, especially United States. Because they don't want you. They hate you. So how can you have a center in a country that you hate them? Close them down, kick out all the muftis and ayatollahs and whoever is related to them and all the Islamist people. And if you're Muslim, you want to come over here, you have to write down that I'm leaving Islam behind legally. Done.
Guys, I don't think that there's anything more I need to say. I mean, if the West cannot listen to people like this guy, people who were invaded forcefully by said Muslims, people who have seen what invasion looks like firsthand, people who have had their homes invaded and totally wiped out, if the West cannot listen to their testimonies, then I don't know what else to say, guys. I can only do so much. The West can never win this war if they keep letting in these people into their homeland. How can you have an Islamic center in your homeland, in the West, when an Islamic center actually stands for, I want to annihilate you and your people? How can you even allow that to function in your country? Really, guys, I don't have anything to say. This guy has said everything he has. I just want to, quickly express my profound condolences to the victims who lost their lives in this brutal massacre. May their souls rest in peace, and also to the 40+ victims who sustained critical injuries. I hope they get the quickest recovery. Guys, I am so heartbroken to even cover this particular story, but I had to. In fact, it is already so dark. I don't know if you can see me properly, but yes, I really had to make this video. And I hope that my effort will not be in vain. I sincerely pray that the West will not be asleep for too long. As always, guys, these are my thoughts and my opinions. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not subscribed to this channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel, like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or supporting the channel in any way that you can. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next time. Now, peace.